Okay, tribe, we're going to be harvesting the fluted pumpkin today as I share with you my plans for the fluted pumpkin for the winter. Yes, I know we are in July, but one of you wanted to know what is going to become of the ugu or the okong, obong, or the fluted pumpkin when winter is around. So I'll share that with you. But first, let's harvest. So guys, the ugu is growing very tall. I know you cannot see it, but some of the vines have found this tree right here and it is way, way up. So I'm just gonna pull it down and then I'm gonna be using these are actually scissors, but scissors knives. I'm gonna try to get the vine to come down from here and harvest it. So this tree has been very helpful as a trellis, as a shade thingy as well. See how long this is? Look at that. Look at this vine all the way from that tree. So I'm gonna go ahead and clip it somewhere here. Sharp. Oh my gosh. So this has been the best location for my ugu so far. Just the right amount of shade. Okay, this is like my second major harvest of the ugu this year. It can just keep growing. Yes. All right. We good. So this is our harvest, our ugu harvest. Now let's talk about what I intend to do with what is left here for the winter. But we'll do that as I pick the leaves from the ugu. Follow me. That's our harvest, guys. Okay. Now let's talk about my intention for the fluted pumpkin for the winter. So guys, if you've been on this channel, you know that I've been trying to figure out how to grow this ugu here in the diaspora for years. Okay. So after so many years of experimenting, I've come to the conclusion that I'm not going to bother with trying to grow ugu or to preserve it for the winter because it has never worked. It always dies for me. As soon as we have like a hard freeze, that's it. I don't get any ugu. So what are my plans? I have no plans. I'm just going to grow the fluted pumpkin, harvest it, not try to get it to flower or produce pods or any of that because the growing season here doesn't allow for pod production and fruit production. So I'm growing the ugu strictly for leaves, strictly for the leaves. Now, I thought of an idea of what I'm going to do with those, just to see, since I have them growing in containers in that part of the garden. I will harvest at the end of the growing season, which for me is usually around Thanksgiving. I'll harvest everything, cut the vines like really, really close to the ground, and then I'm going to mulch it. I'm going to apply a bunch of mulch and just see if it works. But if I'm being honest, I'm not hopeful that it will work, but it doesn't hurt to try. So yeah, that's what I will do. just grow the ugu for leaves, and then at the end of the season I'm going to apply mulch on what is left after cutting the vine down to almost ground level and see if it works. That's my plan. So I hope that was helpful though. But let me know if you grow ugu, what your experience has been. I know some people are able to overwinter it. You know, I think it's just a matter of luck. But I plan to just get seeds every year and grow them from seeds. Oh, by the way, the best time to harvest your ugu is usually like early in the morning or late in the evening, because you get the ugu fresh that way. See, so what I'm doing is just cutting the leaves from the vine like so, and I plan to make a dikaikong. That's how you call it, right? I plan to make a dikaikong with this one here. A dikaikong is just like eru for my Cameroonian people. So you cook it with water leaves, just like you would cook eru, except you're using okong. Extremely delicious. My husband actually prefers it that way. So yeah, guys, that's what I wanted to share with you. I know you are going to ask me where to get the ugu seeds. If you belong to my Facebook group, I always share whenever I find a supplier. So make sure you join that Facebook group. I would usually put information there to say, oh, there's ugu seeds available for those that want to try growing this very nutritious vegetable. It is a hassle to grow, but something very rewarding, especially if you like a challenge. And I have a full video, you know, a full instruction video. You know, I always share everything that I learn on this channel. I don't keep secrets because I want people to grow a garden. So I always share everything. So I have a full complete growing guide for growing ugu in the diaspora, from seed all the way to harvest on the channel. Feel free to go ahead and check that out. Let me finish with this and then get cooking. Okay, this is what we have. Hey tribe, welcome back to the kitchen. Yaje here. I'm in the kitchen about to cook okong obong without egusi, and I thought I should share with you. So here's the okong obong or ugu, freshly harvested from the garden. I'm going to be using water leaves. These are water leaves that I harvested back in, when is this? Back in June, and I preserved in the freezer. 1 pound of water leaves. I'm also going to use crayfish, njama, some palm oil, and in here I have my protein cooking. So in here I have my protein. It's a mix of beef, some cow skin, some smoked fish, well seasoned with salt, lots of hot pepper, ginger, and garlic. And it has cooked now for about half an hour, and I'm ready to start cooking. So here's the okong obong or the ugu, fresh from the garden. I've already picked it from the stems and washed it. So I'm gonna go ahead now and slice it up into very thin slices. But first, I'm gonna put the water leaves in here to start cooking, especially since it's frozen. Dump it in there. I'm gonna add some palm oil so that the color stays green. Okay. I have the leaves arranged, aligned like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this part and throw away because it's tough. So we throw away that part, and then this is the part that I'm going to slice. I'm gonna try to slice it as thinly as possible. Okay, our water leaf has cooked down, as you can see. Now I'm going to add the powdered shrimp. That's our njanga for flavor. Mix that in. Then next, I'm going to add the vegetables. That's the okong. It's going to give off water. It's too much fat. I'm going to take this one. Add more oil. What the water leaf does is it softens the vegetable. It softens the okong. It's ready. It's ready when it starts to burn at the bottom a little bit. Okay. Yeah, when it starts to burn a little at the bottom like that, it means it's ready. We're going to enjoy this with some water fufu. I've shared the recipe of the homemade water fufu on this channel, and I'm going to link it up in the description box. It's ready.